I went from Carol. I kind of like I moved a lot in the Greenville area. I do need something to make me feel good
Hmm.
about myself. But after a little while, it's not a hobby. Sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, you're paying for recording time and stuff like that. And then women, y'all have all the extra expenses of like, hair, makeup, things of that nature. I'm your host, Andres, and I got okay.
Lover. I'm supposed to do this
Uh,
next week, but I be all over the place. So I was like,
So yeah, that's what we wanted it to be.
I following up on social medias right now because
They're just it wasn't producing a lot
mhm.
at the time. So just hearing about
Google and YouTube University is idealistically the best way to learn.
They ain't ready to hit me on that microphone to sit me on this stage, and when I feel like the whole city can hear me. Oh man, that would go crazy.
All right, y'all, we're tuning in for another episode, Bank That Radio Show, Music and Business Talk. I am your host, Andres, and I have online with us rap recording artist, entrepreneur, actress, and probably a few other things as this interview goes along. Miss Candii Lashay, welcome to the platform.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So I was watching interview you did. I think it was on the platform Only Come Up,
Okay. Yes.
and I had listened to some music and stuff like that. So I have a lot of different interesting questions. But one, let's see here. You were born in North Carolina, but you was raised in South Carolina.
Yes. Correct.
Is there a big difference between the Carolinas?
Definitely. So Shelby, North Carolina was definitely just up to the third grade, but more farm. So
Okay.
definitely country,
Hmm.
very country. And of course Greenville is city. So it's not as fast as Atlanta, of course, but just
Hmm.
up I mean, and I've seen it grow, of course, from being here when I was younger, but way more fast. And like here, we're so worried about like restaurants. We look out to
Hmm.
eat, but there, like we raised our own foods.
Okay. Okay. I get that. So I was saying where, I guess you are a big fan, or when you was growing up, you was a big fan of Lil Kim.
Yes. Oh my lord.
So is that who got you inspired you to wanting to, put yourself out there as a recording artist?
Yes, definitely. Cause like I guess like back then it was some female artists, of course, but she just like was the one that was just like unfiltered. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Hmm.
okay, her beats was like crazy and just who she
Hmm.
did it with and it's what she talked about. I love money. So I'm like, okay, yes.
I love that you're honest. It's like, hey, I love money.
Yeah.
But money allows us to do a lot of things as we have, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Plenty of it. So as you're rapping in high school and stuff, like when did you officially like put yourself out there for the public to know that, you know what I'm saying, this was something you wanted to do?
yeah, so my first recording was 2019. That's when I like actually got into the booth and was recording some things. And my first show was 2020.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've been in the game for like 5 years. Yeah, that's when I was like, you know what, I want to go and I want to get booked.
Hmm.
And let the people hear. Yeah.
So how was your journey, you know what I'm saying, putting yourself out there? Because I get a lot of different answers when I ask this question as far as how did the public receive you?
Um, you know what? At first it was kind of like a surprise, you know. They probably thought I was gonna be like a doctor or something. I don't know. But I don't know. But I was a nerd growing up, but the hung by, cool people, whatnot. I just loved my
Mhm.
class. But it was like, you know what, whoever was in my circle, they were like, we can see it because you're a star, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
cheering and stuff, and just I love a limelight. I'm a
Mhm.
goofy, like I love to have fun and love to laugh and stuff. So I
Mhm.
I would say like in a room, I'm probably the loudest. So
Mm,
it was,
okay.
yeah, it wasn't a surprise. It's like, okay, and it was more so my close friends. They definitely like my first show, I had a good amount of people that were there to support it. So it was some good support starting out.
Okay, so in high school, would you say you was more of the popular side, or?
Yeah, I can't even lie. Yeah, cause I mean cheering and stuff, and I did pageants. So I did pageants and cheering, and until my mama had switched me out, of course. I went from care. I kind of like I moved a lot in the Greenville area.
Mm-hmm.
So I high schools.
It's Baked Out Radio Show, and I have some deals for y'all. There are some companies that I've been going researching, looking at the different products and services that I want to turn y'all on to. So go to my deals page, check them out. Any one of them that you want to interact with, want to do some business with, you'll get a promo discount as well when you try their product. Banked Out, BANKEDOUTT. Slide over to that page, check out what I have to offer, and let me know.
Like I said, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna make you laugh in any room. So I have confidence.
But that's a great thing to have. Now, with that being said, how did the industry react to you? Because I can only imagine as someone who's outgoing, confident, female in a male-dominated industry, not so much as far as like the artistry side, the art itself, but like if you think about photographers, videographers, radio personalities, DJs, stuff like that, the infrastructure of the music business is still heavily male-dominated. So
Right.
how did the industry receive you?
Like I said at the beginning, it's like I didn't really like like when the shows come, it's like I'm hyped, I'm feeling it. I guess like if they see the support is given, it's
Mm-hmm.
not really much they can really say.
Mm-hmm.
But also like the more compared from like, and that's only within like a few years compared to like now,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you almost, it's like if you're not showing a lot of skin,
Mm-hmm.
it could kind of, that could be like a downfall. It kind of like I feel like not even just speaking for myself or, there are ladies that, or if you see it, like the baddies and all of that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you gotta be shaking ass. I don't know if I can cuss on here.
No, you say whatever you want to say, Bill.
But
We
like
not regulated by the FCC over here.
okay, well, period. Because just like like you gotta be like shaking the ass or whatever, or just like showing, And I'm just not the type of female where you gonna catch me in a thong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't mind showing some skin now. Don't get me wrong. Like one of my events, I did it was a body paint event, but it was also like classy, like kind of jazz. So I was all for that, having my bathing suit on or whatever. But just like going to a show and just showing like everything, I feel like that's one of the main battles I do have. You know what I mean? Like even getting booked compared to the next female or the next artist.
Do you think is that, and also maybe they take advantage of those artists because you have some years of experience now, so you know what you should be paid, your market value. I would imagine, things that come along with it, as opposed to newer artists, especially women who haven't like found themselves yet as far as like what their style is and like what they will and will not do, and also being compromised because I've seen it a lot.
Definitely. Yeah, and that's why like my main target I would say right now is like private parties.
Okay.
I've definitely done the club scene and everything, and I still will. I'll pop out, but my main thing is mostly like private parties because I do have a manager now. I'm not signed, but I have someone who is going to talk, for me here and there when I need them to, when I need him to, and that could be intimidating to other people, like. We got to go through him, or oh, she's bougie, or especially in my city. Like I love my city, but it's like you even said, like compared, you got people that's out there doing the free game. So it's like and I had to kind of humble a few in the game because it's like hey, yeah, you're getting booked, but just don't come to me because I'm not doing just too many freebies. You get what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I definitely understand it.
Yeah, like I
You
know
put
my
in
market, so
exactly. You put in your work or whatever, so you should be paid. But I think and that's why I was saying, like, to take advantage of stuff. Like I've done events where I promoted events. Done where I paid artists like straight up. I was their first time paying them,
Yes.
and they had been out for like years.
Right.
And then of course they go and they talk about it and they post it on social media and stuff like that. Like, Andres today, he paid up. He was the first time being paid. But I never wanted anyone to sit there and think that like I'm trying to take advantage of anyone, because I understand that, it is still a service being brought.
Right.
And it's part of your craft. So, and I paid them, like, what I'm saying, I would say I paid them above average.
Right.
Like you performing a song, it's like, $50, and you give me like 3 or 4 songs, and I'm like hitting you off of 150. You know,
Right. And that's
those are.
reasonable. That's reasonable, and people don't understand that. Like when they hear the word fee, they expect like, that's like I said, I love private parties. Like they expect like, 600, 700. It's like I've been in the game a while, and it's like, with private parties, you're getting paid like that hourly rate. Or like you said,
Mhm,
how many songs you get. So it's like I'm still eating. It's like, I know I ain't Cardi B, but it's
mhm,
like, it does make you feel good, but you have to know like it's a time for how much you really can ask for. But like you
mhm,
said, also a time where you have to be like, hey, I do need something to make me feel good
mhm.
about myself. But at the little bit, it's not a hobby sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, you paying for recordings time and stuff like that, and then women, y'all have all the extra expenses of like, hair, makeup, things of that nature.
Shout out to
Which
understanding.
you said what?
I said, shout out to you for understanding.
Well, I've been doing this a long time, since 2005. So like I've done it in like other capacities. I've been an artist as well, written all that stuff, whatever, put out albums. So I understand what all it takes. And I've always been an advocate for independent artists. Like I always argue, and like I tell people all the time, like, there's nothing different between the only difference I see between independent artist who's serious about their craft and professional and talented, and a major recording artist is a marketing budget. That's the only
Right.
difference. Because I've heard a lot of independent artists who are better than major recording artists.
Right.
But they don't get the looks or whatever because they don't have millions of dollars that was poured into their name and likeness to go and establish, what I'm saying, that by a a record label, and therefore creating more opportunities for them. Independent artists have to get out here and do it themselves. They have to do all that stuff, plus they have to market and treat themselves like a business, and they have to do the whole nine. So
Exactly.
why not? You know what I'm saying? Do what you it's like. Y'all small businesses, essentially. That's what you are. You're a small business,
Yes.
and that's how I just look at it. But like, everyone doesn't look at stuff the same. But I don't like when folks, I've seen DJs, music directors, all sorts of people just try to basically take advantage of artists, and especially not understanding the business side. Um, One, I wanted to go ahead and compliment you on your artwork for Chocolate Ninja.
Yes.
That was dope. I like that whole. I like, first of all, the play on the name, and then I figured out. I heard why you have 2 eyes for Candy, because you used to wear glasses and stuff like this, so now it's context. But I think it's cool that you're playing on that.
Thank you.
Um, but also just looking at your stuff, you can tell that you think about what you're putting out and
Right.
all the details that come along with it.
I do. Thank you
Um,
for recognizing
my,
that.
you're welcome. My only thing is like looking at your YouTube channel versus the other videos that you actually have. I want you to put all your videos.
When I look in your eyes and you kiss me, I feel it all the time. I know we ain't perfect. It can be toxic. But don't listen to the rest. I'm the best. Can't nobody ever top me. They know that. So change the topic. I know how to put it down, all the way down. And I ain't talking just sex, past test. When I walk through, I shut it down. Look at me. This ain't no playground. I don't need the ring around. But what I do need is the same thing that I show you. Is that too much now? Baby.
For them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you
And
might as well do that.
a big struggle, like when they, my video guys ask, do you want me to put it, and I do. That's one thing I have to, like you just said, and actually put more, even with marketing, into that is the YouTube. I've let that like slip through my fingers,
Mhm.
and it is definitely. I tell you to go, because there's definitely something that I have, need to be working on. I
Yeah.
need help with actually, but definitely.
Yeah, because like I said, like and I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say this, but I don't want you to think that I'm talking about your specific videographer or the people that you use, right?
Right.
So my issue with videographers building their name off of the artists, they build their channels and those channels are monetized. But at the end of the day, because I've shot music videos as well,
Okay.
and yeah, I've shot music videos. I do content skits and stuff like that. I've also shot a reality show.
We
I
gotta
do the
work.
I do the podcasting. So yeah, this is what I do. Um, so to me, it's still a works for hire situation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're 1099 at the end of the day. It's a works for hire situation. So you're supposed to like turn over the video file so the artist can, but most of the artists either they don't ask for it or they don't know to ask for it. And I've seen where videographers have taken advantage of situations where now this stuff is monetized because they're getting all these different looks. And
Right.
unless you have an agreement with that artist or whatever, technically, I'm like, you're making money off their music.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you pay for the video and you're making money off the music video. So you're double dipping
Yes. But
because you got paid for the service.
I look at the views, I'm like, I could have got some monetization off of that. You know?
Yeah. And now with content being king as far as like monetization, so like my pages are monetized. Every you can, if you hit whatever parameters on the platforms, you'll be monetized and you can make money off your own stuff in different ways. So that's just my spiel about that.
Spill, good spill, okay? Very much needed.
So I know that, what I'm saying, like I said before, you have a multitude of projects that you have put out in singles. What has been your favorite thus far?
My favorite single, I would definitely well, not even a single. Well, honestly, because my favorite single is "I Need the Money." Now, I haven't really, I just now dropped Chocolate Ninja, and that's my like kind of
Mm-hmm.
favorite right now because it's so fresh. But I definitely loved that. It definitely explained, it was like a different side from what I had kind of went over to. But
Mm-hmm.
my first project in the
Mm-hmm.
novel, I don't even know how to say this without, I don't want to even seem like I'm going against myself, but that was like a heartfelt me. Like I put
Mm-hmm.
everything into that, and I feel like I don't even think I really gave it enough time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I used it to come out, but with
Mm-hmm.
how heartfelt it was, like I was still listening to that, like literally, like just
Mm-hmm.
wine or like on a a day that like I need to recoup myself, but I don't really feel like I put much into that to get it out more than what it is. But I was very happy. Like I said, it was my first one, and it was heartfelt, like my mind, my soul. It was definitely me in denial.
No, I get that. You said it's your first project, so more than likely, like, what I'm saying, you had more time to work on that one than the other ones.
Yes.
You could have said that's why the first ones are always the baby, regardless of like sonically how they sound and stuff like that. It's about the feeling and what, what I'm saying, we were going through as artists, and the fact that, you can only put out the first project one time, the first
Right.
time. You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
once you put it out, you've gone through that experience, you got that experience. So then you do it again. It's more about repetition now. Because you've already experienced what it feels like to put out a project. So you can only do that. It's like, or you only get one time to make a first impression. So
Exactly.
it's sort of like that. So I was sitting there seeing that, you said that you wrap off emotions.
Yes.
So I want to know, since you do that, and sometimes we could be in really emotional states, is there anything that's off limit when it comes to putting it and recording it?
That is a good question. I've never heard of. Feel like I love that. Yeah, that's very deep. Oh, I would say, you know what? I have been through a lot.
Hmm.
Funny that you do ask that because my close ones know. It's like honestly, like even like I made like my first one, it was like heartfelt on my relationship. But I have experienced some things like homelessness and things like that that I haven't really I don't really feel, even after like the years I've been doing this, and I guess I don't know how. It's not that I'm scared of my backstory.
Hmm.
I don't want to be taken as like just a game. Like I don't I don't know how to like put it out there, but I have been through some things, and
Vulnerability is a very powerful tool.
yes.
Like it shows that you're human, and and this actually leads into the other question I have too, that's sort of related. So, as an artist, you put out stuff, right? You have a certain image that you put out, or and people see you in a certain limelight. Do you feel that, what you created is the perception of you is true to you, or do you feel like, what I'm saying, you personally versus you being an artist are two different people?
I feel like it is more so of the person after my struggle that is me. So it's almost like I'm boasting to myself. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like I said, like I need the money, drop top Gucci and Chanel. It's like I'm happy that I can sit here and rock Chanel,
Hmm.
versus at a time where I wouldn't even think about going into the mall because I couldn't afford it.
Hmm.
I don't
But
know
that,
that.
but that's great though. You've been able to experience what it is to, like, poverty and limited, resources to a point to where you can, like you said, go into the mall and rock Chanel and all that, and you've been able to build yourself and build and be able to, build yourself up out of it, or bring yourself up out of it through your art form, and I'm sure your other business adventures, which to my understanding, so do you have a clothing boutique that's online, or is it more of a clothing line?
Yes. So it's a clothing boutique online. So I just kind of like I have a vendor, well, multiple vendors, and I was kind of, like see that's what's kind of up to date, what's not. I do some research on like local boutiques, of course,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure like I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. I love to be different, so like dare to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I have also I have actually allowed business to slow down a little bit because I do believe in the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But sometimes you can have a lot of baskets and eggs just start kind of
Yeah.
falling and cracking. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm trying to like just make sure like I am kind of like more focused on my music, or just I I love my ladies, but
Mm-hmm.
Lord, whew, like just like when it comes to just buying, and I'm having to stop what I'm doing to make sure like I'm sending things and meeting things, and
Mm-hmm.
meeting their expectations, and then it becomes like I do have things that I have a life.
Mm-hmm.
So I do it, just I pick out a season now here and
Mm-hmm.
there. I was kind of, but just like persistent, I haven't been. I cannot say that in 2025.
Mm-hmm. So, how are you trying to balance things now, or, like, what are you doing to add like more structure to your businesses? Because your music is a business itself, for you being an artist, but then also the clothing, and then I saw that you where you was actually acting as well. Did you have
Yes.
anything to do with the production side of things too, or were you just hired as talent?
Hired as talent. Shout out to Ricky Prince, of course. He is awesome. Um, Not a pressure, works on your time. Of course he definitely takes any ideas, but he has his things just written out. So definitely talent wise. But yeah, shout accountability and Greenville 2, Gville 2 will be on Tubi. So ready for that. But yeah, there was definitely more talent. So, and like he worked with me like well, really everyone with their lines. So it wasn't something like, oh, I give you a strip and you better remember it by next week.
Hmm.
It's like if you forget the whole thing while you're there, he gon' hey, cut. That's so he's definitely an awesome producer.
So, what are you doing to, like, balance all that then, and make sure that you keep some type of structure?
Definitely allowing myself to trust others. So I'm just like assistant wise. My sister has been helping me out with a lot of things like keeping calendar. Um, because yeah, that's something that if I don't put it on a calendar, it's done. Like
I was like, even with this interview, he was like, "Oh man, I forgot to put it on the calendar."
Yes, Robert, I promise I would not sit here and say I can do something if I can't. You know what I mean? So I'm like, please listen, I'm going to make sure I make it to the next one. And sometimes they
Mhm.
can hinder me. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
you know. But or like, you missed that. If it's an audition, it's like, it's given to the next person. So I definitely thank you for working with me as well. But yeah, definitely I have to keep a calendar in like my phone, where it's like ding. And of
Hmm.
course, like I said, just allow myself to trust others for a while. Like I said, coming out of my struggle, I believe like, oh, I got out the struggle alone. I can do it alone. And I
Hmm.
have to realize it does take a team.
It does.
It
Because, like I
does.
said, you're building a business. So at the end of
Yes,
the day, you have to have everyone playing a role that feeds into the system of the business.
exactly. Exactly.
So, what losses have you taken professionally? Whether it be like, what I'm saying, with the clothing, the music, what have you been able to overcome? What stands out in your mind?
I would definitely say losses would be, of course, I don't know if I would call it a loss or not, but like I said, I could have did more this year. So I would definitely say like the online boutiquing wise, like, I know like if I was like when I do post, and
Hmm.
drop stuff, of course, I do have customers that reach out, but just I was booming at
Hmm.
one point, where it's like once it drop, it doesn't take 2 minutes. It's like bing, but you know, um, I can definitely say but it's like right now. I've gained an understanding that I chose I want to put music first. It's like for a second that was my loss,
Hmm.
and I'm tired of putting it behind just because you have a lot of people that say, "Oh, it's a dream," but it is more than that to me. So it's like
Hmm.
like you said, I have to realize balance the team to make everything work. But I'm in love with my music, so it's like if I feel that something is overtaking it, I will choose my music first.
Okay. So, what's a day in the life of, Candii Lashay? Like, what does that look like typically?
Well, definitely, I have kids.
Uh-huh.
So shout out to my babies. I have a boy and a girl, so that's number one. I don't care.
Hmm.
Well, after my music come first, that come first.
Yeah.
Okay. The Lord also Sunday. I try to make it to church every
Hmm.
week whenever I can. Not every week, but I have to have prayer in my life because I've
Hmm.
always seen that when I don't put God first, and I don't know who else believes or who doesn't, but that's another thing that helps me. I believe that God does help me, and I ask Him to make sure He opens doors or close the ones that I don't need. So,
Hmm.
that's number one. And just the social media things, my Instagram and stuff. Just making sure I'm telling my manager. He, like I said, he helps me out a lot.
Hmm.
Jonathan M. So it's just like him. Hey, we got this. We got this. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do
Hmm.
this? Shopping.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
make sure each week. I think I go shopping at least for like one outfit each week. You never know what'll come up.
You gotta be prepared, huh?
Give me a reason to go shopping, okay? But yeah, like at the end of the day, like I'm definitely an artist, but I definitely have like nighttime comes and I do still have like a regular life. Like I do like to sit and watch TV and, you
Hmm.
know, eat, glut.
Hmm. I get the,
My,
can you eat a lot?
yeah, I
Yeah,
can. I drink a lot.
you drink a lot.
But it's like another thing too. Like shout out to like my supporters here in Greenville. Like I can be a little lonely sometimes mentally if I didn't
Hmm.
have like my friends or my guy because
Hmm.
um my mother and my older sister moved to Greenwood and my most bestie, well let me not say that because my other sister gonna watch this. I love you, Ashley. But Christina, but we're
Hmm.
more closer in age. Ashley is like the mom. So
Hmm. No, I
but she
get
moved to
that.
Florida. Yeah, she's in Daytona. So
So then they having fun in the Sunshine State.
yeah, so that's been affecting me too. Like I don't have my rider with me now, but
Well, hey, it's about, appreciating the people when they're here, then, it allows you to grow personally as well. So,
exactly.
It's one of those things. How do you overcome writer's block? Like, what do you do to get out of that slump?
I'm overcome what? I'm sorry.
Writer's block.
Writer's block. What is that? What?
Well, have you ever tried to like write songs where you were just stuck on lyrics and you couldn't come up with anything?
Oh, yes. And I think so. How do I overcome it? I want to
Hmm.
say like an alky, but I definitely have to fight my best music. Okay,
Uh,
when I have my wine or I got me a little tequila. Okay, it is.
okay.
I write my best music. I'll sit on my porch, and
Hmm.
I have like a nice sitting area. So this is like nighttime. Oh, that's the best time to do it. Um, I like to I like to pick my choruses out first.
Hmm.
So I feel like whatever I feel like my chorus is going to be, then my words will come naturally.
Okay.
Yep.
I like that. Just little substance and everything to get the juices flowing.
Yeah.
So, as an independent artist, I imagine you listen to other independent artists as well, right?
Yes, definitely.
Who would you say are like three artists that, what I'm saying, you're currently enjoying their movement, their music, their style that you would like to, give shout outs to?
Yes. And I'm gonna keep it real on this one. Let me see. It's like the last one. I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet, but definitely shout out to Days Carter. That was my first on my In Denial. He was my first feature,
Hmm.
and he's been big in the game. He's taken some loss. He's taken
Hmm.
some loss, and but he just knows how to overcome it. And like I like me and my guy will chill with Days on a regular day, and he don't know how to not talk music. So it's like it's
Hey,
I be
hey,
like, "Hey, you
it's
gonna be serious
passionate.
when we talking?" And I be thinking he rapping, but he really be talking. He like, "No, I'm talking to you," but it's like so music.
Uh-huh.
He's a great artist. And he doesn't let uh well, everyone knows his struggles.
Mhm.
If he was to book him, he'll definitely let it be known. Everyone knows his struggle, and he lives with it. He that's his fan base. Hell,
Yeah.
he the goat. I would say second would be I like Tierra Washington.
Hmm.
Um, and are we talking about just in my city or
Whoever it doesn't matter. They could be in your city or, like I said, this is your list, not mine.
okay? Okay, yes, I would definitely say second is gonna be Tierra Washington. She has a open mindset, and I like how she's grown. She's not problematical. I don't even know if it's a word. Not problematic.
Hey, you said
Um,
it's a word.
I'm like, is that a word? Let me make it up. It's like, hey, problematical. But so like she doesn't have like that she doesn't just like beef. It's like, she's willing to work. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Some call me bougie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a ghetto bougie queen. But I love and I'm learning off of her that you know what, just be open and focus on your music and put all that other stuff to the side. She knows how to be thug and she knows to talk about love.
Hmm.
She's versatile.
Yeah.
I like that. And lastly, or really first, is no order, but Bella Baltimore.
Okay.
Yes, and she's from I don't even want to say she's from Atlanta, but she's from Baltimore. I
Hmm.
don't know where she resides because she's torn.
Hmm.
She's getting out there. She's getting in the field, and also shout out to Ricky Prince again, and shout out to Billy Baltimore. She's also in Gville too, so
Hmm.
she made her way to the city, and we'll also be on Tubi together as well. So but she's doing the dang on thing. I love it. Her presence is amazing, and she's beautiful.
That's what's up. You're gonna have to send me their socials and stuff.
I am. I
And then
definitely
I'm gonna
because
clip
they
this
can
too.
they can be a
And
show.
I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna tag them and you.
Yes, please. That's honey. Those are the boos. They whether I can tell them or whatnot. I reached out to each one of them individually, just on different accounts, and it's just always positivity. I've never received anything negative. So yeah, they some goats.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. So, what do you plan on doing for 2026? Do you have goals set in mind, or are you just gonna like, try to wing it again? Or
Definitely goals. I am definitely I feel like I've done a lot of independent things,
hmm
and it's time for me to just kind of crack that shell in 2026. I'm ready to get just a bigger marketing team. I'm ready to
Okay.
build a team. I need that. I need more knowledge.
hmm
I want people around me that has more knowledge. I'm willing to accept. I'm willing for us all to come up together.
hmm
Um, yeah, definitely that, and more video. At one point, I was hitting them videos head to head, and it's
hmm
like I've definitely slowed down. I don't even think, did I do a video this year? No, I did. I did. To it wasn't tell me what I got to do. Uh, Elf UK Love. Yep. So I did.
Yep,
I did.
yeah, I saw that one.
Yes.
With the mic drop.
Yes, yes. Shout out to PTB on Insta. It's an upcoming video, guys. So I gave him a chance and he delivered.
hmm
But yeah, definitely a marketing team. I need more of that. We'll definitely willing to spend more on that too. And videos.
Okay, that's
Video.
what's up. So, if you had the power to change the industry, right?
Yes.
You can just like
Uh-oh.
wave your magic wand or whatever. What would you change and why?
Whew, you be going off on the questions. Okay.
I've been doing this a long time.
Let's see. Definitely say, let's see, wave my wand and what would I change? I would, oh, that's a good one. I would say definitely just at the point right now. I don't know if I'm like old fashioned. I don't know. But it's just a lot of hold on. Let me see how to say it. I think it is overly rated. I think it is overly rated. It is some stuff like I know I can't keep my daughter from listening to, but she gonna dang gonna have to hear it. And it's just like I'm gonna have to teach her what tossing the salad is before
Mm, gotcha.
the artists do. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a lot going on. And it's just like, okay, I get like I did say I love me some little Kim, which I do, but it wasn't like 100 little Kims around here.
Yeah, exactly. No, I definitely get with you when you say that. I understand because it's like the blueprint for success. Someone pops off in a certain manner, so then everybody else who jumps in it does the same thing instead of trying to be original to themselves and
Yes,
present something different. Because even in the '90s, when you talk about Little Kim, you're talking about an era of music where it was diversified. You had the West Coast that had its own stuff, New York,
yes,
East Coast, down South, Midwest, and everyone was popping, and it showed the versatility, and diversity. And
exactly.
now it's like just copycat. Everyone does the same thing, especially when it comes to a lot. Well, at least that's what's pushed in the mainstream. There are women out there who aren't, being extremely salacious.
Phew,
Yeah, that are talented, but they don't get the push either. But at the end of the day, these record labels, it's about being profitable, and those executives are not wanting to take chances on something different for some reason.
exactly. Definitely versus like a more. I just wish they would, like you just said, accept more. It's just like, and I'm definitely, like I said, dare to be different. Like whatever I write, I definitely like. I do love. My phone had paused. I do love a chocolate ninja. You get what I'm saying?
hmm
But it's just like also, I know how to say like, the "Tell Me" song. Which shout out,
hmm
okay, to my plug on the Jets, okay. But
hmm
I know how, and I ain't saying okay, just because this is what I like. It's like, but it's
Yeah,
just, I just feel like like you said, it's just one band, one sound at the moment. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how to. It's a there could be like a deeper thing, but just a little one. I would just kind of, bing. It's
yeah.
just a
Just
bit.
change it. So I want you to let everybody know where can they go and get your music, stream it. How can they support if they want to check out the website for the clothing and any movies and stuff that you've been in or type of content.
Listen, so definitely music wise, I am on all platforms. Candii Lashay with, like I said, two I's, not the Y. So don't go in there typing Candy. It's Candii
Mhm.
Lashay. But on YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music, sorry, Spotify, this all platforms. Let's see, music, bit, Lord, movie wise, just for now, just keep a lookout on Tubi. Just download that Tubi app and just keep a lookout on there. Of course, you can follow me on both of my social medias at the moment. So, of course, my hottest is my Instagram, which is going to be Candii.Lashay on Instagram. And for some reason, my Facebook sucks. Like, it will not let me change my freaking, like I've had it since like 2015, and
Right.
I've never changed the name, but it has my government name on there. So just look up Candii Lashay Facebook, and you'll find my real name, which I
You just
hate.
got to you just got to start you a business page for Candy
Yeah,
instead of the profile page.
now that's T.
And
That's T.
plus, I would say just from a content and when you get monetization, because I don't know if is your Facebook profile
Yes,
monetized?
yes, yes.
Now, do you have access to like all the MetaSuite tools and stuff? Like I know you can see some things, but
Right. Yes. Well, just right now, just the oh Lord, I heard that word, monetization.
Mhm.
Um, and like stars and all of that. So I guess if I did need to make a new one, I'm not really losing too much. I just have like a lot of people that go way back from that one. You know what I mean? But it's not that I'm new followers.
Well, here's the thing. Was the reason why I push like creating an actual business page is because of the automated features and stuff. So like when someone hits a Bank That Radio show on Facebook, I have
Right.
a section where it has FAQs, frequently asked questions. And if they
Mm,
want to book interviews or if they want to like know what type of guests, I don't have to worry about responding to them because it's going to automatically prompt that answer. And it
oh,
just comes and sends me a notification. So there's all these tools, and plus like scheduling all these posts, looking at your content calendar, your analytics. I think because I look at mine, and but then I'll look at my business page, and it seems like I have more access to analytics as well from
mm,
the profile page that's turned into professional mode.
right.
So I think
Right.
some of the features aren't there, but like I said, I like all the other business stuff that goes along with it. Like I don't
Okay.
have if someone hits up like my Facebook page,
Right.
there's not a frequently asked questions section on there. So I have to try to respond. But if I'm busy, like I can't respond. And then if I forget about it, I can miss out on opportunities and stuff.
Because
So
no,
it's
I
like
will.
yeah, so it's like the automated process of, being able to do these certain tools and stuff that allows you to, be more efficient. That's why I like it.
Of course, because it does make sense. Like if you're messaging a business page, you're like, "Hey, you want something?" It'll send like you can have it like an automatic message or something. I see that the
Hmm.
other just do it. Okay, okay, that
Hmm.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so that's all that, whatever. But Candy, thank you.
The real tea.
Well, this is what I do. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you doing the interview. Y'all make sure y'all go and y'all support Candii Lashay across all music platforms, and then also download that Tubi app. And, you'll see her on there. And oh, did you do the clothing store? Like where do they go to the clothing store?
Yes. And what I really want to say too.
Hmm.
If you go to the link tree, so there's a
Hmm.
website. I have like everything on there. Link tree with Candii Lashay, and it has like my clothing website, which my clothing website is Candy Treats LLC dot oh Lord dot square dot net. But on that link tree, it gives my videos, it
Hmm.
gives my audio, it gives the
Hmm.
talk shows, videos. So Linktree, Candii Lashay, definitely you can find everything on there.
Yeah, so yeah, make sure y'all go to the link tree And always, I keep supporting the platform. And, for the ones who want to listen to this and you can't watch it, it'll be on Apple Podcasts and all that as well. And y'all keep following social media, Bank That Radio Show. Thank you, Jim. What'd you say?
I said, it has been a blast, and you are a vibe. I'm going to send you those names.
Meant to me and it's nothing. For real. Say you got it all, and it's in the bag. Are you frontin'? Please stop. Wanna fuck me to say fuck me, oh, it's nothing. I still got it.